Right then, here we have our first video ever of whiskey in the wild, and we're starting off with a super single malt from the Laphroaig distillery, and we're sat here on a beautiful evening. We're going to taste this and nose it and give it a little bit of a review, and we're here at, if my phone doesn't just fall over the wind, at Water in the Lake District. So here we have it, the Laphroaig quarter cask then. Well, basically this goes back to a bygone era of when whiskey was transported in smaller casks known as quarter casks, and they were transported on pack horses or ponies, assume across the Scottish glens, to get the whiskey to where it needed to be. And this process has died out over the years, and Laphroaig has brought it back with the quarter cask, and it's a massive success because the smaller barrels allow a greater contact for the whiskey, and then it makes a more intense maturation process for it. So with this Laphroaig quarter cask, it's a smoky whiskey. The Laphroaig is peaty, it's smoky, but the smokiness and the peatiness of this whiskey is sweet. It's like a sweet bonfire smoke. When you nose it, it's just, you get that instant Laphroaig peatiness, but you also just get that sweet smoke, which is just lovely on the nose. So get your nose right in it. It's just like I say, sweet smoke, really mellow. I mean, what does it say on the box? What you're going to be getting? It says it's got a long finish, and it's got a distinctive velvety edge and a soft edge to it, and I would agree with that. I mean, I'm a big Ardbeg fan, and I love Laphroaig as well, but this is just a much more mellow peatiness. I mean, I would say if people are going to be introduced to an Islay malt, I would say start them on the Laphroaig quarter cask, because it's just it's a peaty one, but it's just a really sort of sweet and approachable whiskey. So let's just see what it's like on the palate. Instant peat, instant smoke. Again, that sweet smoke, smooth as, and the finish is really long and complex. A little bit of spiciness from the bourbon barrels, the ex-bourbon barrels, but that extra maturation, that intensity that comes from a quarter cask, just gives it that softer edge, having that longer contact with the wood. It's just fantastic. I mean, it's like apples. It's almost like it's more like I'm getting like sort of like lemon zest and green apples on the nose. But what does it for me is just that sweet smoke. It's just that really enjoyable Laphroaig peatiness, but again, just that approachable nature to it. So that's my first review. It's whiskey in the wild, and the phone never fell over, which is great because I've just got it propped up on a rock with a load of moss behind it, so nothing too technical here. But there it is, Laphroaig quarter cask, absolutely brilliant whiskey, lovely single malt. We're actually on our way up to the homeland, up to see my mother, and I'll she'll be trying a few more single malts en route at some more lovely wild places. So, as they say, Slange.